Greetings, YouTube. Danny Staten here on the Danny Staten channel. Welcome to my nightmare as I have pulled this crate from deep within the confines of a lost closet. A crate of VHSs that has been packed for at least 15, maybe 20 years. Do not have no clue what's in this box. Me and the cool dog's gonna take a few minutes and go through them live here on YouTube. Well, not exactly live, but you get it. I have to admit, I'm somewhat excited, cool dog. I have no clue what we're gonna find in this crate. I looked at the top real quick and saw VHSs, so I'm assuming the whole box is VHSs, but we really don't know what we're gonna find inside this box. Lost the time, but let's open it up and see. Yep, it looks like it's gonna be a VHS collection. Well, let's get started going through these nightmares and see if any of them's worth keeping. Oh my God, I think this box may be the horror movie Good Stuff. As the first thing I pull out of the box is an original copy of Rosemary's Baby. What a wonderful way to start Roman Polanski's nightmare. Mia Farrow plays a woman who gives birth to the devil's baby. Have you ever seen Rosemary's Baby? If you hadn't, you should check this one out. It's a great horror movie from back in the day. Be sure to let me know in the comments below if you saw Rosemary's Baby. Next! Oh my God, I love this. It's Northern Exposure, Aurora Borealis episode. I'm probably going to find a lot of these. So, any of you guys remember Northern Exposure from back in the day? It was a really cool TV show. This particular VHS has 2 episodes of Northern Exposure. But check this out. I've got the box set. That's right. I've got the complete series for Northern Exposure. That's right. My little Northern Exposure set contains all 6 seasons of Northern Exposure, every episode, in its glory, in its fantastic run. That's one of my favorite things in the world. I can't wait to one day, in my old age, to sit back and enjoy a complete run of Northern Exposure. Oh, great Scots! It's The Exorcist. The Exorcist Part 3. Part 3? Who played in that? That's right, they got George C. Scott to play in The Exorcist Part 3. It's probably, as far as I'm concerned, probably one of the worst of the Exorcist movies. Oh, did I say that? While it's probably not the best of the Exorcist movies, at least it's got George C. Scott. I got 2 piles going on. I got really cool horror movies that I like, and I've got really cool other stuff I like. And over here, I'm going to have a pile of crap. Next up, I found a copy of Lost Souls, and you can't go wrong with anything with Winona Ryder in it. Not sure I even know who Ben Chaplin is. Was that Charlie Chaplin's son? Well, you get a little bit of demonic possession going on in this one, as we find the devil seeking to take human form in Lost Souls. It's what chilling suspense it will bring. Have you ever saw Lost Souls? I seem to be seeing a trend in this box as I get Night of the Demons, the classic 1980s horror movie featuring the return of the Evil Dead. Before the Evil Dead returned? Who would have thought trying to raise spirits on Halloween could go so horribly wrong? Night of the Demons! Yeah, now this is comedy. Hey, now that's comedy. Sarah, I know you like that joke. It's Benny Hill's one-night video stand, 2 hours of uncensored Benny Hill. The most outstanding comedy of the 70s and early 80s. It's Benny Hill. This is an HBO video release. It's uncut. It's uncensored. It's the best. The best. Benny Hill. One of my favorite movies from all time comes up next. Bruce Willis. Death Becomes Her. You know, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Goldie Hawn's performance in this movie. Bad things happen when 2 enemies each get an elixir of eternal youth. It doesn't work out well. In the classic movie, Death Becomes Her, once again, let me point out that this is one of Bruce Willis's best performances in a non-superhero kind of action role. And we're diving into some really great classic horror movies on top of this pile of good movies, right? What do you think? Next up, we got When a Stranger Calls. Hey, this was a trivia question on Brainbender's Banner movie quotes, maybe, I think. Something we did this week. Anyway, I got an original copy of When a Stranger Calls. Spoiler! The calls are coming from inside the house. Get out! Get out! Get out! Starring Carol Kane. You know, I think I have love for this actress. I remember her being Laka's girlfriend on Taxi, I think, in one of her best roles. But this was one of her first roles, When a Stranger Calls. I think I'm digging out every movie that I've been talking to my friend Tug, the guy who wrote that book called Paradox, the Unapologetic Geek, over about there all week on our movie shows, because now I'm looking at The Abyss, and I'm sure we were talking about The Abyss recently on that show. Well, I got a VHS copy of this wonderful movie. Okay, I gotta be honest. Of all the movies of this type, like Deep Star 6 and other movies like this, The Abyss is probably the worst of the bunch, but still manages to be a classic horror movie, in a sense. The Abyss. If nothing else, this box I'm going through might have some of the best horror movie of all times. I guess I packed a complete box of the good stuff, Dave, what I would call the good stuff. You know, all my horror movie classics like Clive Barker's Hellraiser. Oh, and it's the original first one. What did Stephen King say? I have seen the future of horror. And his name is Clive Barker. I kind of agree. Well, at least I agreed back when Stephen King said that. As we got Hellraiser, you know, you find a little box. You twist it a little bit like Rubik's Cubics, and it opens a dimension way to hell where the Cenobites come out. Spoiler! The original Clive Barker's Hellraiser on VHS. Hey, if you're a fan of BJ and the Bear, you're going to love this classic old ghost story. Yeah, that's right, I got Spectre, A Legacy of Evil, starring Greg Evergon, famous for being BJ and the Bear. Sadly, I didn't read the cover. I didn't read the name Greg Evergon. I just took a glance at this VHS back in the day. I don't think I ever watched the ghost story called Spectre. I saw that picture and thought it was Tom Cruise, and that automatically made me throw it to the side. Oops. Spectre on VHS, starring Greg Evergon. A Legacy of Evil, boy. Hey, I found one for my friend Sarah. She's going to love this one. I got a VHS copy of Joe's Apartment. Now, this is the real shits. It's about a guy and his horrible infestation of cockroaches. In one of the funniest movies I think I've ever seen. Joe's apartment is infested with some really intelligent, nasty little cockroaches. I give this movie an 8 out of 10. On VHS, right from the bargain bin at Walmart comes Joe's Apartment. Probably bought sometime in the 90s. Oh, good Lord. Another one for Sarah as I end this video today. It's the good stuff. I found Star Trek, The Final Frontier. Oh, good Lord, the worst of the Star Trek movies, maybe. I don't know, I liked it. Any movie with a Vulcan with emotions is good. It's the movie that introduced Spock's brother, Cyblock head. That's right, the Vulcan with emotions. Well, that's a wrap for today as I check out Star Trek on VHS, The Final Frontier. The worst of all the Star Trek movies, sadly, but it's got a great cover. And if you want to purchase any of these VHSs you've seen, be sure to contact me at the Daily Dan blog, because I want to get rid of all this crap. And I'll be back in the second part of this wonderful VHS unboxing. Be sure to join me for part 2. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Notice, so far I've got a really big stack of good horror movies, and a pretty good stack of really good stuff. No crap yet. Don't you want to find out what happens in part 2? Be sure to join me. Blog over, dudes!